Grand Awakening goddesses and awakened gods. It's your goddess here, Goddess Life, the people's goddess, giving you spiritual technology and the practical techniques for you to manifest the desires of your heart. Always keeping it sage and hood. I inspire you to master your power to manifest. I am your favorite manifestation enthusiast. It's time to talk about your manifestations and how not to throw it all away at the very last moments. This message will probably resonate with those of us who are used to or have been in a prolonged state of post-trauma and or survival mode. Sometimes when we see that something we have set out an intention for to manifest with clarity, sometimes when we begin to see the evidence of this manifestation in our 3D reality, we start to panic, nut up, if you will. And the energy of the life of the post-traumatic circumstances or the constant survival mode starts invading your energy field again. In other words, shit starts to occur to you like ideas as to why you should expect for this manifestation to end in disappointment. Then you start in with the old cliches and the stuff that we've all heard, like you start getting close. You know you're getting close. You're seeing synchronicities. You're seeing things start to unfold. You got that feeling. You know that it's about to happen. And then you start to think, oh, okay, well, don't count your chickens before you hatch, or hope for the best, but expect the worst, or be careful. You don't want to jinx it. And all of that other low vibrational programming that we all got. Or maybe you just got plain used to the idea that if something can go wrong, it will. Fucking Murphy's Law is trash. Please delete these programs. Please. They're obsolete. They are no longer serving anyone. And this is the most counter-creative shit I've ever heard. Ever. Get rid of it. Do yourself a favor. And that's not the attitude to take when you're about to, get your wish fulfillment. To start self-sabotaging. And how will you know if this energy is rising up for you? By the way you feel, of course. You might start to feel tired, low energy, anxiety, panicky, depression. You might start to feel defeat, just starting to get the doubt that this is not going to happen after all, or fear that it is going to happen after all, and what if I'm actually not ready? I mean, you're free, you are free to feel that way if you wish, but you may find yourself not ever knowing how really, really close that you came to having it all, to living this life effortlessly and enjoying it with peace and ease, with your wish fulfillment, your intentional manifestations with clarity in completion. Because you got all low vibrational, all of a sudden, and you start to doubt and fear starts to surface, and maybe you start, taking it back. Maybe you stop doing your affirmations the way that you were. Maybe the disappointments from the past come back to haunt you. Random fears or doubts come up. Maybe you mention something to somebody and they throw something, that they say something, throw salt in your game and ruin it for you, and you just start thinking and festering and manifesting the opposite. We don't want to do that. So because here we go, back into another cycle to learn another lesson, or probably relearn the same lesson and deal with another fucked up karmic situation. Why, though? Ask yourself, why would we choose, sometimes repeatedly, to miss out on our wish fulfillment? Because after all, think about it, it is a choice. Either consciously or subconsciously made choice, it is a choice made by you. And I feel like these choices that cause us to go into separation with our physical manifestations is due to a general lack of healing. You need more healing. We need more healing. And it's all right to take the time to do that because it's necessary. It's super necessary for you to enjoy your manifestations when they do come through so you can be healthy and whole and able to enjoy them. So, if this comes up for you, this feeling of doubt, this low vibrational thought processing and things like that, it's time to address your trust issues because you're either not trusting yourself, your inner guidance, or you're not trusting Source. So some inner work, inner self work needs to be done, or maybe amplify to re-establish your self worth because you forgot. Somewhere along the journey, you had a frequency dip, and you need to restore your worthiness, to have what you intended to play out in your physical experience. So the spiritual technology behind this is basically we kind of refer ourselves back to the self-love video. Not the self-love video, excuse me. I'm watching the time. We might have to do this in 2 parts. But basically refer you back to the negative energy vid, that one. So basically what you have is you have too many weak signals in your bandwidth, and you need to amp up your frequency and not start going backwards. Don't do that. Don't go backwards and start throwing shade on your own shit. Don't do that. It's counterproductive. And you are so close. So close. I'm going to stop the video here and pick back up again in part 2. Come back with me. I'm not done. I've got a lot of great stuff for you. I just don't want it to be too long. So this is the close of part 1, and I'll see you in a moment for part 2. Thank you for joining me.